All right, Rob, let's do it. Everybody's been talking about all these names out there. I didn't hear Steve Nash mentioned by anybody.
Not once.
Right? Greg Popovich, Ty Lue, Jay Kidd, Jock Vaughn maybe keeping the job from the interim. And a few other names tossed out there. But at the end of the day, out of nowhere comes Steve Nash. And I got my thoughts on it, but I'm going to let you go first, Rob. What do you think?
We know that the NBA has done this before. Name recognition, former players, guys who had never coached on any level, and they put them in those jobs. Even like Larry Bird. Larry Bird hadn't coached when he got that opportunity
did a heck of a
with
job.
the Pacers. Yeah, we had Dick Carter and Rick Carlisle who were.
He did a heck of a job.
I'm
He's
just
the head
saying,
coach. He gets the credit.
Well, but those guys were
Larry
there to
Brown
help
couldn't
him.
even get him into the playoffs.
Oh,
That's your best coach of all time.
Dick Carter and Rick Carlisle.
So Larry Bird don't get any credit? I get it that they did a lot, but that's
okay.
Bird delegated it. He's the head coach. He made the decisions.
I'm just saying that I get it. So it's not like this is new and it hasn't been done before. I'm just not so sure that for this team, the Nets team, which I'm picking to win the championship next year, that I think that that's the guy, the right guy. I think if I had, and there was a lot of names out there, and if you can't get Pop, who of course already had all the experience and all the championships, if you can't get that guy with the 2 stars you're about to add who were mostly beat up and injured last year, I would have rather picked Ty Lue over giving Steve Nash his first opportunity to coach. I think you have a small window. I think Ty Lue's won a championship. He's coached a guy like a LeBron James and a big-time star, so he knows how to massage the ego and deal with people. I just think this is a roll of the dice, and you hope it works out, and maybe just the talent is so good that it really won't matter as much. But I'm not like bent out of shape that, oh, my God, they gave Steve Nash a job. They've been doing this, and again, you know, the biggest thing when we talk about sports, we always talk about this, is the friendship and the nepotism, and not nepotism in this case.
But there's big time nepotism in
sports. But there's nepotism and my former teammate and, you know.
Good old boy.
We taking care of each other. I mean, we've seen it a million times, and this is a classic example. This isn't just, man, I was bowled over by this guy in the interview and I didn't know him from Adam. This is your boy. This is your guy. This is your teammate. And you're giving him that opportunity. So I would shake my head at that. But that stuff goes on. Unfortunately, Chris, black general managers or people in power don't have as much leeway to do that as white ones. But in this case, it's not the end of the world that Steve Nash got a job.
I love it. I think it was a great hire. Now, look, like you said, Steve Nash hasn't coached at any level. So we don't know what he can do as a coach. But as you said, we didn't know what Larry Bird could do as a coach. And he took a veteran Indiana Pacers team that had designs on deep playoff runs and took them to the Eastern Conference Finals his first 2 years and to the NBA Finals his third year. Jason Kidd got a job with the Brooklyn Nets, a team that had designs on a championship. Joe Johnson.
New Jersey Nets back then. I just want to make sure you get that right.
Actually, were they New Jersey? They were Jersey?
You know how long ago that was, Chris? They weren't in Brooklyn.
They were in Brooklyn. I think they were in Brooklyn. Check that out, Rob G. The Nets, whatever. They had Joe Johnson, Darren Williams, Kevin Garnett. I know he was older, but they brought him in there with that trade because they thought they were going to go for the title. They had Paul Pierce. They had Brooke Lopez at center. That was a team with big-time designs. They were in Brooklyn, as I said.
I'm thinking of when
Steve
Jason.
Kerr.
I'm thinking of when Jason.
When he was
played.
a player, right?
Yeah, that's what it got me mixed up. Okay.
Steve Kerr takes over a Golden State Warriors team that had been, to the second round of the playoffs, and obviously the rest is history there. So, like you said, Rob, it's happened before. We don't know if he's going to be good. Doc Rivers was, coached without any experience and did a good job. Mark Jackson coached without any experience and did a good job in Golden State, even though they replaced him. So I like it because obviously if you look at Nash as a player, just like if you had looked at Mark Jackson, you could see, okay, this guy is a smart player. Same with Doc Rivers. He's a smart player. He's a point guard, which, tends to produce good coaches. And so, he had all the things from you looking at a player thinking one day he could be a good coach. Then he's got the relationship with Kevin Durant. I'm sorry. That goes back to Garnett's days in Oklahoma City. Garnett talked to Nash about how much he liked Golden State's style of play and so on and so forth, the way they shared the basketball, the ball movement, even before he went to Golden State. And then when he was in Golden State, obviously they grew their relationship even more. He worked out with Nash on occasion. And then Kyrie Irving, who we know is a very intelligent guy. You can make all the jokes you want. Yeah, he got some bizarre thoughts, but he's also very smart. And he's so smart that he probably thinks very few people can tell him about the point guard position. But I think one of the few that he believes can is Steve Nash. And the fact is, this is what people have to understand, especially people that are saying this was, a racial thing and all that. KD and Kyrie wanted Nash. They signed off on it. And KD may have had an even bigger role than just signing off.
But do we know that for sure?
We know they signed off on it.
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm talking about.
I don't know exactly if KD went in and said, I want Steve Nash.
Okay, that's what
but knowing their relationship, they had a good relationship. And you're right, I don't know what he told Sean Marks.
Right,
but
that's
I
what
know
I'm saying.
that they signed off.
I don't believe that by out of nowhere that Sean Marks' teammate and friend was the guy that they went in and said, oh, no, we want this guy. Oh, that's great. He's one of my best friends, and he's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I doubt it happened that way, Chris.
However it happened, they wanted him. If they didn't want him, they would have said, no, we don't want him.
I'm not disputing
So that's all I'm saying. So that whoever was going to be the coach was going to have the two superstars on board with the hiring. Nash has got that. And so I think, like you said, we don't know. I mean, we didn't know with any of these former players if they can really be a head coach. But look, the track record's actually pretty good for all these guys. And you've got the two stars in your corner.
How many of those guys won championships? Doc and who else?
Steve Kerr.
Doc and Kerr.
And Doc, it was his second stint. It wasn't right away, obviously.
No.
Remember, he was in Orlando, but he was coach of the year in Orlando.
Who didn't have experience, who won a championship.
Right, but what's that mean? A couple of them won it.
I'm just asking.
So we got coaches with experience. And look, I like Ty Lue, but let's keep it real. From what I'm told, Kyrie really didn't want. It's not that he had an issue with Ty Lue, but he wanted to move on from any of the Cleveland stuff. He didn't want nothing Cleveland. He wanted fresh. And so it's not like he got an issue with Ty Lue. We know they got a good relationship. But he wanted fresh from what I'm told. And so, I mean, we know Kyrie could have been like, there's talk that Kyrie's the reason Kenny Atkinson is out of there. Kyrie could have been like, I want T. Lue. I've been with T. Lue. We won a championship together. He knows how to coach superstars. What are we talking about? What's the problem?
I like Ty Lue's resume. That's all.
Ty Lue's good. And it looks like he may get this Philly job, which will be great for him.
That's my thing, is that also he would be coming off with a little cachet. He already won with LeBron, and if the Clippers win this year, he wasn't the coach, but he was on the bench.
Right.
I'm just saying, as far as cachet, you're getting a coach off a team that just won a championship.
I don't think that he's got more cachet than Steve Nash.
And I do. I think as a coach, not as a star. Obviously, one guy's a Hall of Famer, and I get the name recognition. I'm just talking about coaching.
Yeah, look, I would not have frowned on T. Lue. Like I said, he may get this Philly job, and that'll be good for him. And I think that'd be a good hire if they go that route. But, and like you said, none of us know, right? We didn't know with Bird. We didn't know with Kerr. We didn't know with Mark Jackson, and they all did a good job. And so I think Nash will do well. He seems to be all in. And like I said, he's got the stars in his corner. And they got talent, Rob. I mean, you still picking them to win it? Has this changed your pick?
No, because to me, it's still about players.
Yeah, but it's
you could
somewhat
have the
about
best,
coaching.
Nah, you could have the
Little
best coach
bit.
in the world. That's why Phil Jackson never took a coaching job after he left the Lakers. He ain't that dumb.
You just wanted to hate on Phil and Pop. Neither one of them
telling
can coach.
you. He never coached. Why did he? If he was such a genius coach, he could have made the Knicks win a championship.
He actually did a pretty good
He
job
knew
without
that
Jordan.
he knew he couldn't win. He knew he couldn't win in
with
New
the
York.
Knicks?
Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, but
It's been almost half a century since
I'm
somebody
just saying.
won with
Well,
the
he's
Knicks.
the all-time winningest coach.
He couldn't walk
championship
at that point.
coach.
He could barely walk at that point. I don't think he could have made road trips, they were saying. All right, we asked you the question, what do you think about the Steve Nash hiring in Brooklyn? Rob is iffy. I'm on board all the way. What are your thoughts?
All right, let's kick it off with Steven in Oklahoma. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Steven?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Doing good.
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I want to say that I'm the first time getting through. I really like you guys' show. I really appreciate that y'all don't pull any punches.
Thank you.
Thank you, my man. We
Appreciate
appreciate that. Yes.
I want to say that I think that Steve Nash most likely will be a good fit only because you have to have a special personality to fit in with people like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Steve Nash is a floor commander. I'm not going to go back over all his stuff with Phoenix and all that stuff. We know where his credibility lies. But what we also know is that you're not coming in on Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and expecting to show up as an assistant coach or whatever and tell them what it is on the floor. The Nets are already a really crazy zone with all that's happened in the past 5 years. There's a lot of controversy about why he got picked and all this, but clearly he was groomed behind the scenes. We all know that the man can see the court well. I think that he's going to fit in well, and I think that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving both, weirdly enough, agree on this to go forward and see him as a successful benefactor in relation to their ability to run the court. Nobody even mentions the other, 15 players who are going to play.
Well, they got plenty of talent. Plenty of
Exactly.
talent. And that's why Rob's picked them
Exactly.
to win the East. Yeah, Jared Allen, DeAndre Jordan, Joe Harris, if they'll bring him back, I imagine. Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, if they don't trade him, Rob, they're stacked.
No. They got that. I
Yeah.
like the team. I told you that when that deal was done. I swear, you know that and Kyrie went there and Kawhi went to the Clippers. I said Clippers win in 2020 and the Nets win in 2021. Those were my
I tell
picks.
you what, if you look at the paper and we see the issues Milwaukee's having, Toronto's good. We know what they are, but they don't have a legit superstar. Boston's really good, still a bit young, who's the best team in the East on paper next year?
The Nets.
Right.
They
I
are.
mean, Philly's got their issues. They are. The Nets should win the East. I mean, let's keep it real.
Mark in Maryland. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mark?
Yo, I'm so happy to hear, finally get through.
You've been
I'm a big
trying?
fan of
How
you
long
all.
you been trying, Mark?
I've been trying for a while. Mark in Sacramento must be a little busy tonight, so I'm happy to get through to you
Well,
guys.
look, we
That opened up a line for you.
We do the calls. Let's just tell them the secret, Rob. We do the calls at 20 after each hour.
You gotta jump
6:20,
in there.
7:20, 8:20 Pacific. And that's when the call. You call it 6:45 Pacific, we're not taking calls
Right.
at that point. So
all right,
call
good job,
it,
good
yeah,
job,
around
Mark.
that time.
We appreciate you
Absolutely,
chiming
man.
in.
Yeah. I want to say one thing, Rob. It was my birthday. I reached out to you on Twitter. You were selling something, and you told me happy birthday on my DM. So you saved a little money there, and I'm still a nice guy. But I'm calling from PG County, Maryland, basketball county. So I love Kevin Durant, man, but I'm a little unsure about the hire, man. I think, he's a little, you have to be seen. So I agree with Rob from that standpoint. But I do understand Brooklyn and just, the last two coaches, that have won three now, Lou,
Right.
Steve
And
Kerr,
Kerr.
as well as Nick Nurse. Right. They didn't have any experience. They were kind of new cats on the
No,
block.
Nick was
so-
a coach, wasn't
Nick
he?
was an assistant. Nick
Yeah,
was an
Nick
assistant.
coached.
Right, he was
But
an
he
assistant.
coached,
He wasn't
right.
a
He
head
hadn't been a
coach.
head
So, yeah, I
coach,
mean,
yeah.
I get, yeah. So, you know, I mean, I think it from an innovative standpoint, I understand where they're coming from, but it's yet to be seen. So I'll be a little hesitant and stand on the fence with this one.
Yeah,
All right.
it's definitely yet
Mark,
to be seen.
Appreciate the
we-
call.
Appreciate you guys. Love it, man. Love
All
the
right,
show.
bro.
Thank you. Nick in South Carolina, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Nick?
Hey, what's up, guys? I
What's
think
up, man?
I think this is a great move by the Nets. I think if KD and Kyrie accept Nash, that's half the battle right there. And let's
Right.
be honest, KD and Kyrie don't really have great history with their previous coaches, and their previous coaches were actually really good. Brad Stevens, Steve Kerr. So I think first getting them to be accepted is half the battle right there. So
That's a good call.
I don't
That's a
know what
good point.
yeah,
That's a good
so,
point. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
well, like I said, when you're friends with the GM, it helps as well. All right, Marcel in Mississippi, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marcel?
Hey, what's up, Uncle Rob? What's up, Chris?
What's up, bro?
Hey, Rob, I don't know about what's going on with you this week. From your energy being low on Trash Talking Tuesday, rushing Chris, and it's TV things on Thursday. You ain't got no energy, man. I usually, send you a request. I know when Chris go on vacation, I give him a lot of flack, but when he come back, he brings it. I'm with him on this one, man.
So hold on. What do you say about me when I'm on vacation? Say it
the low
now.
management, the Kawhi Broussard, y'all got something in common, but you bringing it though, Chris Broussard.
Me and Kawhi.
I can't see.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
but to the
All
point,
right,
man.
so you basically finished ripping me. All right, I got it.
I couldn't get in Tuesday, so I got.
He's saying
it. But anyway,
whatever's going on with you, man. Bring the old. Where's the old Rob Parker?
exactly. But anyway, real quick. A lot of people been talking about privilege with Steve Nash, but they act like he ain't got no resume. I mean, he's almost like similar to a basketball savant. I consider him one of the top 3 to 5 PGs. And I think KD, Kyrie, smart players, and if they respect them, like the last caller said, they can do damage, man. Real smart team.
No, I agree. Only thing I disagree with you on is he is not one of the top 3 to 5 point guards of all time. You with me on that, Rob?
Yeah, I'm not
No,
there.
I
Even
can't
with
get,
the
I cannot
back-to-back
give him that.
MVPs,
Yeah, I
I'm
could
not
not give him
there.
that. I love him. Probably top 10, yeah. Probably. But no way. Top 3, top 5. All right. But yeah, so Rob, I would, it hasn't changed your pick. If it's not changing your pick, then
No, but it's still about the players. I didn't know who the coach was. I'm just saying that like I don't think he's a slam dunk. Like, oh my God, yes, you have to have him. I just think Ty Lue's resume is better. That's all.
His
Doesn't mean
coaching
that you-
resume. He has
doesn't
a
mean-
coaching
doesn't-
resume.
doesn't mean
Nash
that you
doesn't even
can't
have
win.
a coaching resume.
Right. Doesn't mean you can't win with Nash because of the players. But I'm just saying.
It doesn't mean he won't be great either.
Right.
I mean,
And he
Kerr
could- and he-
turned
and he
out to
could-
be
and he-
great.
And he could be lousy too. And then
No,
you might
it's
look back
possible.
at it.
Yeah,
Right,
you
might
just
look back
don't
at
know.
it.
But I think his record as a player, type of player he was. I mean, if you're gonna look at any player and think they could be a good coach, he fits. He checks all the boxes. All right.